This is the Happy Days video tutorial for the Vanessa pouch with lace zip and French seams. And this is how you make it. You'll need two contrasting fabrics. Non-directional works best for this, and a lace zipper. Place your two fabrics right sides together, line up all the sides and edges, and then add some clips along this edge. I've added my clips and now I'm going to take it over the sewing machine and use 1/4 inch seam allowance, sew along this side and stop, and along this side and stop. I've sewn all along both of the short edges, and now I'm going to turn it the right way out. I've turned it the right way out, and now put your hands inside as I'm doing, and then just gently pull your fabric down. And the idea is you need 6 centimetres showing this end. Check with your ruler that you've got it even, and when you're happy with it, take it over to your iron and press it. I've pressed a nice sharp crease along this side, and now I'm going to turn over this side, and I'm going to use the join as my marker where I'm going to fold it. And once again, press. I've turned over and pressed this side. Now I'm going to bring this side over to meet the edge of this side, and once again press. I've pressed along, and now I'm going to take my zipper tape off my roll, and I'm going to cut a piece and place it along the top edge. I've added my zipper tape along this edge, and I've peeled off the backing, and now I'm going to fold this piece of fabric just out of the way for now. Carefully open your zip, and to start with we're working on this side of the zip. So place this edge on the edge of your zipper tape. Take your time with this, and then when you're happy with that, press it into place. I'll place my zip on, and now I'm going to take it over the sewing machine and put my zipper foot on, and I'm going to carefully sew just this layer. I'm going to sew all the way along. I've sewn one side of my zip, and I've also added a row of zipper tape. I haven't taken the backing off for the time being, because what I want to do now is close up my zip to make sure that everything lines up for the next stage. I've closed up my zip, and I'm using my heat erasable pen, and I'm making a mark on this edge across my zip, so when it's all sewn, it'll all line up properly. Open your zipper all the way down, and then carefully take your zipper tape backing off. I've taken my zipper tape fabric off, and I've laid my zip on, and I've made sure that this line lines up with the edge of the fabric. Next, as I did before, put my zipper foot on and I'm going to carefully sew all the way down this side. I've sewn my zip on this side now. Now I'm going to close up my zipper about halfway. And now I'm going to add some clips along this edge and this edge. I've added my clips and I'm now going to take it over to the sewing machine and use a scant 1/4 inch. If you're not familiar with that term, it's about 1/8 inch. And I'm going to sew all the way down this side and all the way along this side. I've sewn along this side and I've sewn along this side, and I've also snipped my excess zipper. I'm now going to turn it inside out through the zipper. I've turned it inside out through the zipper, so we're looking at the back of the zipper now. I've pushed out each of the 4 corners and I've pressed it. I'm now going to take it over the sewing machine, and this time using a 1/4 inch seam allowance, sew all the way down this side and all the way down this side. And this will form our French seam. Take your time over your zip. I've sewn all the way down this side, 1/4 inch seam allowance I've used, and all the way down this side. And this is forming our French seam, and I'm now going to turn it the right way out through the zip. I've turned it the right way out and I've pressed it, and that's your Vanessa with lace zipper and French seams all finished.